Hi, so today I'm going to take you through a few exercises that can either be done on their own as a very short series of exercises, or they can be done as a bit of a warm-up to a longer workout. Okay, I'm going to incorporate one exercise with the foam roller, which is specifically for the neck and to strengthen the back of the neck and help realign the spine to help the upright posture. Okay, so I've got a band here, TheraBand. You don't need one, you can do this whole set without the band. It's just there as a teaching aid if you need it. Okay, so first of all, start lying down on the floor with the spine in neutral, so you're finding the natural curve in the lower back, the natural curve in the back of the neck. And we're going to start by placing the hands on the rib cage and taking a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. So you take a breath in, inhale, and relax the jaw, exhale. And again, inhale through the nose and relax the jaw and exhale. So as you inhale, feel the lower rib cage where your hands are opening wide. And as you exhale, feel the rib cage closing back in and down. And continue, a few more breaths in, rib cage expands. And exhale, rib cage closes down. So ensure that as you inhale, the shoulders aren't tensing. And as you exhale, begin to draw the abdominals in towards the spine, getting that tiny bit of core connection. 2 more breaths, relaxing in the hips, relaxing the thighs. Feel the shoulder blades melting into the mat underneath you. Now place the arms alongside the body. And just feel the pressure of the feet into the floor, pressure underneath the base of the big toe, little toe, and centre of the heel. Press the hands down, just activating the back of the body. Shoulder blades are wide on the mat underneath you, and you can feel weight in the back of the rib cage and weight in the back of the tailbone. We're going to start off with a few chin tucks just to get the spine moving, very, very tiny, small movements. So you inhale to prepare, you exhale, you're feeling of sliding the back of the skull up the head cushion to draw the chin towards the throat, and then inhale to release. And repeat 4 more times. So it's a very small movement, movements coming from the back of the skull, where the skull meets the nape of the neck. So don't worry too much about the breathing pattern. You're aiming to exhale on the movement and inhale to release back to neutral. Exhale and inhale. We'll just take 1 more there. Exhale, no tension in the jaw, and inhale. We'll do the same thing with the pelvis, again, really small movements. So you're inhaling, as you exhale, you draw the abdominals in, press the feet into the floor, and you're just rolling on the sacrum, and then releasing back to your neutral start position. So tiny movement. These exercises, to begin with, you want to keep them nice and small so the body just starts to wake up gradually, and it ensures that you're connecting into the correct muscles when we need to. You're not going straight in for the bigger movements. Less is more sometimes, so you're really focusing on the pressure in both of the feet being even, and just a tiny movement, feeling the whole length of the sacrum. And 3 more. Exhale, connecting into the abdominals. Inhale and releasing. So you always most want that movement to be so small you can barely see it happening. Okay, so now we're going to take it a little bit bigger. We're going to start to close that gap in the lower back and press the back flat into the floor. So you inhale, prepare. Exhale, press the feet, feel the sit bones come towards each other and flatten the back into the floor. Inhale and release back to neutral. Exhale, connect into the abdominals, press the feet, flatten the back into the floor and return to neutral. This time you're going to flatten the back into the floor. You're going to press with the feet. You're going to curl the tailbone up and lift the pelvis up off of the floor just a little way. Breathe in and breathe out and release back down and release into neutral. Heavy in the tailbone. And exhale, scoop the abdominals, sit bones come towards each other, press evenly on both feet and pick the pelvis up a little bit higher, so towards the lower part of the rib cage now. Inhale and exhale, relax the jaw and lower down bone by bone and releasing into neutral, heavy in the tailbone. Inhale, rib cage expands. Exhale, connect into the abdominals, press the feet, relax the shoulders and the chest and picking up past the rib cage, send the knees forward, open the front of the hips all the way to the shoulder blades. Inhale there and exhale, relax the jaw, and as you come down think of placing vertebra by vertebra, one at a time, bone by bone. As you come back down, inhale, rib cage expands. Exhale, scoop the abdominals, press evenly into both feet. Tilt the pelvis and wheel the spine up, peeling one vertebra at a time away from the mat. Open the front of the hips, inhale. And exhale, relax the jaw, soften the chest and lowering down, link by link through the spine and release into neutral. Inhale and exhale, connect into the abdominals, sit bones come towards each other, evenly in both feet, big toe, little toe, centre of the heel, open the front of the hips, inhale, and exhale, relax the jaw, and roll back down bone by bone. Two more, inhale. Exhale, wheel the spine up, bone by bone. Feel the length from the tips of the knees all the way through the ribs to the shoulders. And then lowering back down, bone by bone, until you release into neutral. Last one, breath in. And breathe out. Breathe in when you're at the top. And breathe out. And come back down. Okay, so if you do have a band, grab the band now. We're going to go into rib cage closure. If you don't have a band, place the arms at the sides of the body and just follow the instructions in exactly the same way. So if you've got a hold of a band, you want it to be, hold the hands and hold on to the band roughly hip distance apart, so wide enough that you could bring both arms down to the floor. I'm not pulling tension on the band, I'm just holding the band so it is taut, it's not baggy. So there's energy in my arms, tension in my arms, but not tensing in the shoulders. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, scoop the abdominals, reach the arms overhead, bringing the arms in line with the ears, keeping the rib cage heavy. Inhale, raise the arms back up and lower the arms down. And again, inhale and exhale, reach the arms just in line with the ears, no lower, and raise the arms back up and down. So continue to go. So the exhalation is as the arms go overhead. Inhale, start to bring the arms back up, and exhale. So you inhale here, you exhale, rib cage down, you inhale, the arms come halfway, and you exhale. So the idea here is the arms are moving around within the shoulder joint and the rib cage isn't popping up off of the floor. And my rib cage is staying weighted down towards the back of the mat. The rib cage at the front of the body is drawing down towards the hips, not lifting, letting the rib cage flare up. Last one, breath in and breath out. And breath in and breath out. Okay, placing the band towards one side, you're going to bring the feet together and the knees together and take the arms out to the sides of you. So when you have the arms at the sides of you for this particular exercise, you want to be in a T shape. So if you take a look along one arm, and you want to be looking down towards your hand. If your hand is level with your eye line, it's too high up. You want the shoulders to be nice and released. We're going to do it today with the palms of the hands facing the ceiling, shoulder blades connected underneath you, and keep that heaviness in the ribs. Lift the balls of the feet off the floor, keep the heels on the floor. Inhale, prepare, and exhale. Tilt the pelvis over to the right, lifting the pelvis up on the left hand side, and rotate from the waist to the rib cage. Shoulder blade stays in contact with the floor. Inhale there and exhale, connected to the abdominals to bring the body back to the start position. Breathing in and breathing out, tilting the pelvis towards the left, lifting the right side of the pelvis up and peeling the waist and the rib cage, but maintain connection with the shoulder blades on the mat. Inhale. And exhale and coming back into the centre again. Inhale and exhale over to the right. Inhale there and exhale and back to the centre. Inhale and exhale, waist peels, rib cage peels, shoulders stay quiet, neck stays nice and released. And exhale and back to the centre. Inhale and tilting the pelvis and keeping the shoulder blade nice and connected. And then rotate back to the centre. Let's do one more each side. Inhale there. Use that connection in the centre to help bring the pelvis back to neutral. And last time. Okay, now bring the feet back to hip distance apart, arms alongside the body. So we're going to do a variation of single leg stretch now, just to open up the hips a little bit and try and get rid of some of the stiffness in the top of the hip joint. So you breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, peel the right foot off of the floor and lift the foot, drawing the thigh in towards the body. Support underneath the back of the thigh and let the shin drop down, and then stretch the leg along the floor and drawing the right thigh into the chest, reaching the left leg away from you, keeping the pelvis in neutral. Breathe in and breathe out, connecting to the abdominals, sliding the left leg back up and placing the right foot onto the floor. Inhale and exhale, single knee fold, support behind the back of the thigh, and sliding the right leg along the floor, drawing the left thigh bone in towards the body, reaching the right thigh bone away from the body, and then slide the right leg back in and return the left leg to the floor. Breathing in and breathing out, lifting the right leg, secure behind the back of the right thigh, Slide the left leg along the floor, inhale, and exhale, draw the thigh bone in, inhale, and exhale, sliding the left and lowering the right, inhaling, and exhaling, single knee fold. As you draw the thigh in and you reach the right thigh away, make sure that the pelvis is staying in neutral. You're not tucking under, not arching back. Sliding the right leg in, return leg, and lower down. Let's have one more each side. Breathing in, prepare. Breathing out, lift the leg. Breathing in, slide the leg, draw the leg in. Breathe out. Breathe in, slide the leg back in. And breathe out, lower the foot to the floor. Inhale, prepare, and exhale, lift. Inhale, slide. And exhale, reach. Right leg away, left thigh in. Inhale, slide the leg. And exhale, and lower the foot to the floor. Okay, good. So that's quite a nice, concise little warm-up. You roll over onto one side of the body, bring yourself up to seated. I'm just going to add in a little exercise to help the posture with the roller, as I mentioned at the beginning. So if you've not got a roller, you can do this standing against the wall without a roller. If you haven't got the roller, you just place the pelvis against the wall and the shoulder blades against the wall, and have the feet about 1.5 length of your own foot away from the skirting board. If you have got a roller, you're just placing the roller through the centre of the pelvis and through the centre of the shoulder blades. If you haven't got a roller, the head will not be touching the wall. On neutral neckline, naturally the neckline curves forward slightly. Okay, the idea of this exercise is to help bring the head a little bit more in line with the shoulder girdle. Okay, so the arms are released at the sides of the body, the knees are released and soft, feet are parallel, hip width apart. Take a breath in to prepare. And breathe out, draw the abdominals in and draw the chin in towards the neck and the head against the roller, and then release away. Inhale and exhale. It's as if you're sliding your chin on a tabletop and bringing your head and neck backwards, and then release. So if you imagine there's a tabletop in front of your chin, and you're just sliding the chin back and releasing. And again, sliding the chin back and releasing. Don't worry if your head doesn't touch the wall or the roller, don't force it. The idea is that we just work our body little bit by little bit, allowing it time to change. Okay, 2 more. And last one. Okay, and then place the roller down on the floor at the sides of you. And we're going to finish off with a standing exercise. This is a great exercise just to open the chest and again just help that upright posture, create a little bit of space and width across the upper body. So always starting with the feet parallel, hip width apart, knees soft, no locking into the kneecaps. And feel that nice length in the back of the neck that you've created from doing the previous exercise. And then turn the palms of the hands to face forwards. So you're rotating right from the top of the shoulder joints. Spread the fingers apart, energy through the palms of the hands. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, draw the abdominals in. Open the collarbones, send the shoulder blades back in space and reach the arms diagonally behind you. And release to neutral. Inhale And exhale, collarbones open wide, shoulder blades pull back in place. And release to neutral. And then we're going to do 2 with the palms of the hands facing the thighs. So collarbones open wide, shoulder blades go back in space, arms reach behind you. And release. So when the shoulder blades go back in space, you don't want to think of squeezing them together. You want to think of keeping space in between the shoulder blades. Then we do 2 with the palms facing the back of the room. Collarbones open wide. Press the arms back and reach the fingertips diagonally to the floor. Okay, and release. So now the knees are soft, crown of the head's floating to the ceiling. Weights evenly balanced on both feet. Breathing in and breathing out. So it's a nice short little warm up. Or you can, if you've not got very much time, that's a nice little set of exercise just to keep on top of everything in between the regular classes. Okay, thank you.